March 2012, and the polls open in Senegal's presidential election amid concerns about potential violent disruption. In Dakar, OneWorld joins a local consortium to monitor the election, analysing the reports coming from the polling stations. Meanwhile, in North London, OneWorld is up early to supervise the deployment of new software that will put these reports onto the map in real time. Green for good, shading towards red if problems are reported.
It's about 8:30 in the morning, Senegalese time and UK time, conveniently. We've received reports from 62 polling stations on opening procedures so far.
And we can see the messages coming in and the map updating. It's really wonderful to get this sense of what's happening right across Senegal. So far, great.
What are these numbers here? 54 are reporting no problems with the poll opening procedures. 8 are reporting at least one problem of some sort. It doesn't mean necessarily anything serious. Some examples: in one place, one of the polling station officials wasn't there when the voting was started, but everything started on time anyway. All the equipment was there, the other people were there, so no problem. We have the potential for getting data from about 1,500 to 1,600 polling stations today. But overall, I mean, things look like they've opened fairly smoothly. That's, of course, bearing in mind that if things are going wrong, probably takes a little while to send in your messages about what's happening. So we'll see how that shifts over the next hour or so. But you know, the technology is working, so on that end, everything seems good.
Fingers crossed.
This is a system Ken built to enable our NGO partners in Senegal to download the data in somewhere in between raw data form and this map, where you can sort of get an overview sense. You can really dig into the details, but it's organized enough so they can get a good sense of what's happening on the ground. So we're just checking to see what those data download forms look like in real life today.
There's a moment of truth.
Bum, bum, bum.
Fantastic.
There's joy in the land.
So we have a row for each station that we've got data for so far.
Oh, that's a good way to see how many polling stations.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
534 polling stations sending in data.
Wow. So this would be really good. So you can now draw charts of, you know, how many polling stations in each region have got good results and bad results.
Throughout the day, if there are any incidents of violence, any incidents of the voting stopped for any reason at a polling station, intimidation, vote buying, we'll start getting incidents like that reported at any time.
Well, that's why I was just interrupting. We have got our first serious incident.
Have we? Someone involved with the local women's group that supports one of the parties is 100 meters away from the polling station trying to buy voting cards from voters. She's instructing the voters to vote for a particular party and making promises to them if they do that. 1,021 polling stations at 9:55, less than 2 hours. More than 1,000 polling stations.
Pour le moment, la situation elle est tout à fait calme. Hein. Donc, contrairement à beaucoup de craintes qu'on avait, le scrutin s'est passé globalement très bien.
Super, super. Ça me rassure beaucoup. And I was just checking my email, and I received one from Burkina Faso, who says, "I'm following the elections in Burkina Faso and congratulate you on the site." And he's someone who seems to work in security management for maybe a mining corporation or something in Burkina Faso. So people are watching and finding it.
I mean, I don't think there's anything like this for the UK elections.
Yet.
Yeah.
Watch out, David Cameron. There's a rumor going around that at 4 or 5 o'clock they're going to cut off communications.
Any of these connecting point breaks, then the whole system will stop.
That's just a rumor, though, for the moment. 6:01. The official time for polls to be closing in Senegal. We have the first bit of information. There's one where Macky is 10, Wade is 79. That's see, here's another one where Mackie is 78, Wad is 90, Mackie is 81, Wad is 98. But what you need to remember is that for Wad to win outright, he has to win 50% in this round. So as long as the sum of the other candidates equal at least 50%, that means there will be a second round. There's one where, wow, here's one where Mackie has 163 and Wad has 34? Yeah, 34.
So Jeff, is OneWorld calling it for Wade now?
No. OneWorld's not calling it for anybody. OneWorld is simply acting as a technical facilitator for our NGO partners in Senegal. I'm very gratified that the technology works and not only that it works, but it's usable on the ground. That it's the type of technology that actually, with a minimal amount of training, regular people throughout Senegal can learn and use it to monitor what's going on in the voting booths in their part of the world. So yeah, I'm very gratified that it works, and I hope that we'll be able to deploy it in other places as well, because it's really useful and I haven't seen anyone else who does it.